So, hello again. This is Verde, and today we will be covering the dispatch that will not be coming out today. That was very optimistic, to be honest. Uh, Basically, it covers the structure merging. I think structure merging was something. Let's put our randoms there. Oh, they are already our randoms. Let's go. So anyway, the structural merging was an issue with the game. Like it wasn't consistent and was very poorly balanced. But honestly, it as an issue fades away compared to. Oh, there we go. We got our first merge. I shouldn't get that right away, but whatever. Let's get it. Let's well, fraud mods. Yeah, we are getting those right away. Always. Anyway, the thing I was trying to tell you is that aren't not by far the biggest issue within the game right now. Oh, these are behemoths. I should have realized. So what do we have in terms of towers? Oh, okay, let's get that. So this is an issue with the game. And also, I think we're gonna get that double spec bug. Yeah, it happens. Let's not abuse that. Triple spec even. Brief. That happens when you are going to level up past level 10. You use a thing. They are like you gain so much experience at once. So yeah, that happens. What should we want here? I don't even know yet. So my issue right now with the game is precisely this. Can you see that we haven't played the game at all? It is 10 seconds in. We are level 30. We did not even touch the video game. Why? Well, mostly because the game has inflation problem. This is fairly balanced and somewhat rare at early game, but as the game progresses, there are so many multiplicative things that go up, and the thing is, this is not an idle game. These aren't just numbers that go up; they have consequences, and that is something that harms me in a way. So let's try to go further north. The behemoth is good for exploring. So as for merging structures, we gotta test some. Let's test this combination. Why not? This is a cluster mortar. It is behemoth and machine gun, and as you can see, all of them have. Excuse me. There is so much going on. Let me turn off that thing so I can know what my tower is doing and what it isn't. Yeah. There we go. So this tower, as you cannot see because well, upgrades. It spawns some clusters, like it throws a thing, which in turn throws more things. It isn't all that unique, I reckon. Every single tower in the game was rewritten, I suppose. But still, I want to have one behemoth. Good grief, I got barrage. I got barrage, and there is another issue within the game. Like every tower attacks so fast, every tower is like perfect, and that is an issue because well, it leads to less decisions overall. And I don't like the last decision overall. This is also something new. The missiles have a little indicator telling me where they are going. If they are targeting something, of course. Anyway, let's destroy those so far geysers. because they are an issue for me. So I have so much attack speed right now, and that guy ignores maximum attack ignores attack speed cap. Anyway, the thing is, currently we level up so much, like a lot, and that leads to we having to make decisions about things way too often, and that reduces the weight of those decisions. Also, our cannons do so much, like they do too much. That's the issue. They are too strong and attack too fast, and the only way the game counteracts that is basically by putting enemies that have near unlimited health. That's not great. Not great at all. So all those issues stem from the same issue, by the way, which is inflation. What is inflation then? Basically, how do I describe it? Well, all those issues stem from the same point of view, which is inflation. And what is causing inflation? That is a great. There's a better question to this. What causes inflation? Inflation is numbers going up too much to be meaningful. You know, it's hyperinflation, I would say. Like, some inflation is good for the video game. Like, it is great to see the numbers going up, even though you have to do more damage, you deal more damage, so it counteracts pretty nicely. But, oh, I can see you. I always forget that is a possibility. Anyway, the thing is, inflation by its own is not a bad thing. Hyperinflation is. Because we get way too many upgrades, we kill bosses way too quickly. So what is causing that? Well, the game, if you are somewhat experienced with the game, you may notice that the game has a lot of multiplicative elements. Like this one multiplies all damage, or yeah, base damage, which affects basically all damage. This one also multiplies all damage, and Frenzy does it too. And well, there are too many multiplicatives. That is the thing. I think machine learning also does. I'm not sure. I do not remember. That is a data center, which is something. There is still that rendering issue here in Neonos. So we have gone to the point that clone factories have become meaningless because we grow so fast, you know. And clone factory used to be a very strong upgrade, if you cannot tell already. Like, oh yeah, we have 2 merges to do. Let's do something different right now. Let's use that saw blade. Oh, I don't have enough resources. I see. Let's deny the next. Oh, great, a range upgrade in a sense. But, well, there are some ways to fix it, right? I will handle, probably in 1.5, both of these issues separately. Like, inflation, and yeah, they are two, damage inflation, and what is the name of it? Let's recycle this just to get enough money to frag mortar. What does it do? Oh, that is beautiful. It is based on explosion radius. I don't have many things that increase explosion radius, sadly. Should get it if it shows up. But it is a nice upgrade. Look at that. Yeah, very cool. It does less damage than the one that we made last time, but I guess it is damage doesn't matter right now. Oh, there we go, explosion rate. I guess damage doesn't matter right now because of how stuff works. I want, let's see, get more of the immediate. Machine learning is great, and I got you. Collision radius has a cap, but no, it doesn't. It just has a weird growth. So I really wanted. Let's reroll. Actually, let me mark the things that I already did on camera, just so that we don't do them again. So, Behemoth and Machine Gun, I did it already, and now I got Behemoth and Saw Blade. I did it already too. So, yeah, we are gonna find. You know what? More Clone Factory is fine. Cheaper buildings. I really need cheaper buildings. Right now, I only have one stack of it, and it shows. Anyway, as I was talking about, they both they're both stemming from the same issue, which is multiplicatives, excessive multiplicatives, but they have different solutions, and I think the different solutions are fun. You know, as for economy, I believe I will change the whole level up thing and how it works. Basically, I will change how you acquire upgrades, and I like that you level up a lot. That is something useful. I just don't like how many upgrades you get. So I will make it so that you don't get an upgrade for level up. Instead, you get a point of some kind that then you can spend on upgrades in a shop or something like that. You know? Then, in this shop, basically you can buy upgrades there. That way you have more agency, I suppose. Oh god, why are you so strong? Good grief. Mostly because of barrage, right? 70 attack speed, good grief. We're strong. So let's try the double machine gun to see what it does. Why am I out of merges? I should have two. Oh yeah, there is no merge with two of the same building anymore. So hypersonic saw blade. Let's see what it does. I don't quite remember. I did them a bit ago, a while ago actually, and there are a lot of them. So it doesn't fire often, and when it does, yeah, it isn't fun all that much. Like, it creates more saw blades, and I suppose the thing is over there. Oh, grief. Pesky you. Let's say my damage is now currently off the... It is currently way too much. It is the only way to describe it. And since it is way too much, my way of... Look at that wave. It doesn't even stand a chance. Because, well, my damage is basically unlimited right now. And the enemies will only stand a chance when they have a lot of health. That's where scaling comes in. So the economy inflation will be dealt with in terms of... The economy inflation will be dealt with the upgrade shop. That way we can still have high numbers, that way we can still have multiplicative stuff. People like multiplicative stuff, I suppose. And, you know, my monkey brain likes seeing a number go up. You know? So, great. Economy, we have that. Also, to counteract that a little bit, I will make it so that most upgrades will have quadratic scaling. Like, instead of giving the same 40% increase every upgrade, they will give more and more and more, you know, since they will be more scarce. So you will want to specialize in your runs, right? Because right now we get a little bit of everything, since everything multiplies everything. You know, let's get more merges. So let's see the Soul Blade. Actually, we saw both of the Soul Blade combinations, haven't we? we saw this combination, and we saw all combinations. There are only 3. The one I liked the most was this one out of those 3. Good grief, with enough attack speed, this becomes a menace. Yeah, this, as I mentioned, all balance right now is just meaningless. And that has to change, you know? The towers were rewritten, in the same that the code that composed them is brand new, but also the game is far quicker. I still need to investigate what is the lag spike on the boss death. I don't know what causes it, but every time a boss dies, it has that lag spike. Like the lag spike in between transitions, it's somewhat, it's understandable because, well, it is generating the world, so it is a small lag spike, and also it is in a moment that lag spikes are allowed, I would say, because nothing is happening and the game is paused. But yeah. Anyway, if you have any suggestions on how to fix the inflation problem, you can comment that. Those, I am not an economist, and this isn't an economy problem. This is not an economy problem. This is a game problem with only a single agent, which is you. And say, now I have unlimited money, basically. I can just cross the ocean. And I want that to be a possibility, yes. But I want you to build for it, Also, we have how many mergers? 4. Yeah, we can be a little bit liberal with force flames. There we go. We should also put some of these. Also, the composition precisely doesn't matter. It only matters like the 2 towers that involves. This is kind of nice, but this is way too much. Let's get some knockback. Why not, right? Anyway, as I was saying, condensing all of that discourse into a single, more consistent small talk. No, not small talk, but less words and less. Anyway, let's. I'm not very good at being concise. That's the thing, Anyway, I'm not very good at being concise. Oh, I did not meant to do that. I guess it is sealed now. How do I unseal it? I need to nuke it, right? Oh, I haven't touched it. And I don't have growth, so that's fine. I need to build it for it to properly seal the boss. So if I did not build to it enough to touch it, therefore I think the boss will still spawn. I really liked the animation for it to be closing, so I guess I will build it as soon as the boss spawns, just for us to see the animation. Look at that. Yeah, that animation is great. Good. Anyway, these issues that I was commenting are only a real issue in the late game. So if you are, oh god, okay, this is easy. This is completely fine and normal. So if you are a new player, you probably should not have to worry about them because the game is very well balanced. Not very well balanced, I wouldn't say that, but it is somewhat balanced towards the early game, The thing is, since I balanced everything towards the early game, because honestly, it is the moment that I believe as a dev that I should be more careful about, because that is the moment where the players kind of decides if that game is gonna be their jam or not, you know? If they're gonna like the game or not. Then we just reinforce. Well, of course, the late game is important for us to, well, be able to play the game constantly and as the game progresses and all that thing, you know? But I personally believe that in the early game you'll make a decision, whatever, if you like the game or not, you know, and then we just keep reinforcing them. If we like the game, we kind of keep finding better and better things about it, and if we don't like it, we reinforce it, and we keep finding more and more issues with the game, you know. And that actually leads to very polarized opinions about everything in the world, really. That reinforcement thing, but that is just something that we do, you know. I cannot control the human mind. If I could, I probably wouldn't be, well, I don't know if I would be making video games, but I certainly would not be struggling financially, you know, by doing so. Anyway. Yeah. A lot of rambling. I don't know how many value drifts I will go through. Let's do this guy. Oh yeah, I need a machine gun into the mix. So I avoided that guy for nothing. Let's try to put you there. There we go. That is very explosive. That I like that. This guy scales a lot better. This guy scales a lot better than the other one. The other one is still the fleshiest of the two. Like, this one is certainly the fleshiest. Look at that. And the leggiest too. Let me sell you. Grief. Yeah. Remember, look at that. Those behemoths just doing their stuff, right? I already got 32 things. Anyway. There we go. Leg spike. I don't know why that leg spike happens, because it happens after the thing is placed, and now there was no leg spike, but at the same time, I should click the value drift immediately to avoid the grief. Sometimes there is no leg spike, and sometimes there is a leg spike. What is going on? What is this leg spike? I don't know. Uranus. Uranus is a problematic planet right now. I'm trying to figure out what causes its rendering issue. I still haven't. No, I don't really know what is making Uranus. And also, I don't like how these feel. They feel kind of laggy when they hit things, and I wanted to implement that small hit delay, you know, but I didn't do a good job. That's for sure. You know, I know I didn't do a good job on that. Yeah, I probably should be using behemoths here as well. They have a better explore range. They have better towers in general. I know that is not something good to have in a video game, but especially because you unlocked them earlier. Let's see, this is a rendering issue that only happens on this planet. And I know it is pretty minor, all things considered, but it is something that bothers me quite a lot. No, I already found the thing. I just didn't build towards it. Let's make the fun towers. Also about the sounds, they don't play a lot. We need to like zoom in way too much in order to hear them. Perhaps I'll change that. I don't know. I'm in the mood for changing things. But hey, what do you think about that shop thing? Shop idea that I have. I don't know if that will be like the panacea that will fix everything, at least in terms of economy and in terms of interruptions too. But I just want the upgrades in general to be less meaningless, you know, and less annoying in the early game. In the early, it's not in the early game because well, I'm using the phrase early game to say it in the new save file, but in the early game of a late save file, I would say, like the beginning of the video, that you can say they become quite annoying, like how many grief they are starting to put up a fight. Yeah, that is a very nice thing to have during a lag spike. So I think, where is the thing though? Didn't drop, or perhaps it dropped somewhere where I didn't review yet. Yeah, I don't think it dropped. Hello? Or perhaps it is right on my face and I haven't seen it? Like, there is the screen artifacts of it dropping. Perhaps it dropped within the layout. Oh, I forgot that I can, like, speed up the gameplay. It cause lag because the game really didn't like that. Yeah, and also, I didn't win because there is a hex shard. I just cannot see where. Did it drop into some very weird place? Or go in the map mode and accelerate the game a lot so that a second one can spawn. That was weird. I don't know why it happened, but hey. Like, every time I figure out that I am missing a hex shard, I usually am not. Like, the thing just... The thing just dropped somewhere that I... And that is also a thing. Why drop it in the first place? Why not, like... Oh, here, the boss dropped it. You know, and query the player immediately. You know, why have an object in the map that we have to click in order to progress? Like, that seems like unnecessary, at least. And this guy is passive because there is a hex shard somewhere. I just don't know where. Is it like within the boss layout or something? Yeah, the boss died around here, so I wouldn't... Like, the boss will not spawn because the previous boss... Yeah, there is another questioning. There is a lot of, like, unneeded design, but that's just what happens when you make the game alone, you know? You get to experience issues with your design that no one is there to point out, well, why? you know? This is a high danger wave, and well, it's not doing anything to my base because I am in the late game. Yay! Well, I think I'll end the video here. You know, if you like it, please leave a like. It helps a lot. Helps YouTube spread the video a little bit further out. You know, and what is that? Wait a second. Do you see that? Good grief, I have a lot to debug right now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, don't forget to leave a like. That helps YouTube spread my video around, which helps people know about the game, which helps me develop the game. So yeah, which helps you get updates more frequently, I suppose. So yeah, I guess that's it. See ya.